what the power of this follow me system is. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today, because, you know, once you understand this, I know you've heard me say it on the overview calls, you're probably like, well, man, you keep saying once I understand it, when are you going to show it to me, right? Well, today is the day that we're going to break this down for you and help you understand exactly what's going to go on. I'm going to tell you straight away. I did this PowerPoint presentation myself, so it's going to be average as far as the look and feel of it. It'll be okay. It won't be perfect, but you're going to get the idea of it. Okay, and that's what the most important part is. So with that being said, let me get this thing here, and I'm going to share this with you here today. So. All right, everybody just give me a number one that you can see my screen. I'm a little bit paranoid here as we get into this. All right, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so if you're just jumping in here, welcome. You can see we have a full house. And you know what this presentation is the road to 1,000 Ethereum inside of Lionshare. And here's the deal, you know, before we even get into exactly what the process is, what the math is, how does it actually work, you have to understand really what makes us different from every other contract out there. If you look in the industry today, the reality is this: every single contract that you look at out there is basically the same exact thing with a different logo on it. It's just the truth, okay? Lionshare is very different. I know that at first glance to people, we look the exact same, but what I'm going to show you today is how we are very different. I'm going to dive into it. So here's the deal. I'm not going to mention any other contract's name because I don't have to, right? They're all the same. So you just put whatever name that you want on it. I'm going to put Lionshare on ours, and I'm going to show you why we are different, okay? So I hope you understand that's where I'm coming from. So here we go. Number one, okay? We are the first and only true follow me matrix in the industry. You know, every other contract out there, as I've said, they aren't even actually a matrix. They're actually what I would refer to as a pass up system, because they're just passing cells. And here's the deal. I had this set up where I really wanted to be able to show you a drawing, but instead I had to import a drawing of a matrix. And you guys are going to laugh at me, but that's okay. This is supposed to be something that's going to help you. So I'm going to hit next here. Now look at my beautiful drawing. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me ask you a question, because I can see some of y'all's faces. Have you guys ever seen a matrix or a structure that looks like this outside of Lionshare? Just give me a number one. I want to see some fingers. If you can help me out, that helps me. Just give me a number one. I want full participation. All right, cool. So everybody has seen this. Now, let me just tell you something, okay? This structure wasn't created with smart contracts, okay? Actually, the very first company that I ever started way back in 2007 had a structure exactly like this. This is the structure of what they call a 2x2 matrix, okay? And at first glance, everyone that has a structure like this looks the exact same, okay? Now, this would be our L2. Other smart contracts, they have whatever name that they want to give it. But here's the thing. You're not fully understanding the difference between what ours does and what others do, okay? So what I want to do first is I want to show you the major difference here, and you're going to get this. How many times, I want this to be interactive, so how many times have you heard me say on the overview call that, you know, when you deal with other smart contracts, you actually pass your people on, but here at Lionshare, you don't? Give me a number two. I want some participation. A number two, if you've heard me say that. Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time, right? And a lot of people don't fully understand that. They don't get what that exactly means. So what I want to do here, and I'm going to have to do it with my pointer because I can't actually draw on this for some reason. The whiteboard's not working here on Zoom here today. But let me break this down for you really, really simple, okay? This is only going to take a minute, but you have to understand this, okay? We're talking about every other smart contract except for Lionshare right now, that their structure looks exactly like this. This is you at the top, right? There's still 1 and 2 directly underneath you. There's still 3, 4, 5, and 6 under that, right? Everyone's structure looks the same pretty much. Ours does as well. However, ours operates very differently. And here's the reason why, okay? In everybody else's, this is you at the top right here. Your 1 and 2 are right here. Here's the difference, okay? Pay close attention, please, because this is really, really important, okay? Cell number 3, cell number 4, cell number 5, and cell number 6, okay? In any other smart contract, if you are to personally refer those people into that, so if you personally referred number 3, you personally referred number 4, or you personally referred number 5, or you personally referred number 6, You just gave those people away, and you didn't just give them away like for today, you gave them away forever, and you gave away every single person that they are going to bring into the organization as well. Because here's how the other contracts work, right? The other contracts work like this. These people, so number 3 and number 4 will now follow number 1 into the next matrix. They won't follow you. Even though you personally referred them, they will not follow you, okay? So 3 and 4 will now follow number 1. 5 and 6 right here, number 5 and 6, if you personally referred them, guess what? They are now going to follow number 2. They will never follow you again. You will never see them in your matrix again. So if you are out there making personal referrals in spots 3, 4, 5, or 6 in any other smart contract, you're making a mistake, right? Because you are losing those people 100%. They are gone. They will never come back. Now, the reason why I wanted to share this with you is because you have to have an understanding of this to understand how powerful ours actually is. So here in a little bit, I'm going to show you the difference in ours and everybody else's. But I just want to recap really quick. In other people's contracts, not ours, anybody that you personally refer in 3, 4, 5, or 6 in everybody else's so-called matrix, you will lose every single one of these people. That's why you hear me say in lion's share, or in other companies versus lion's share, you're going to have to refer 3 to 4 more times people. Can you imagine for a second? Let's just say that you referred just 3 out of the 4, okay? And you lost all 3 of these people. They started following someone else. How would you like that? It's not a good thing. And maybe you still don't get it, but I'm going to show you the power of it here in a second, okay? Number 2, you have to understand this part of other smart contracts, okay? Every other smart contract out there, once you cycle on one package, you can never cycle on that package again without upgrading. At least you can cycle, but you're not going to get the earnings. They have what they call a block in the code. You can literally look at the contract and you can see the word block in their code. What that means is they block people from going to the next level, right? They block them. And by block them, that means they block their earnings. That's what they're referring to, is blocking those earnings, okay? So it's a major, major difference. If you came in our contract at 0.02 and then you cycled and you didn't have the funds to upgrade to 0.05 and we just took that money from you, that wouldn't be a good thing. That's what's happening in every other contract, okay? The reason why I'm telling you this thing is because I'm leading you up to tell you what the big differences are, but this is one of them, right? One of them is you are forced to upgrade in other contracts in order to earn. There's a block in their code. You can literally see it, okay? Number 3, we are the very first and we are the only contract right now that can actually lower the prices of the packages. Let me ask you a question, okay? And just give me a number 3. How many of you seen the price of Ethereum today and you saw it at $400? Give me a number 3. Did anyone see the price at $400? Does anyone remember what we started this 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago? The price was $240, right? I don't think everybody completely understands this, so I'm going to spend just a small amount of time on this, okay? Every other contract that is out there will become obsolete. They will become priced out of the market. They will not be affordable to the masses. That's a really bold statement to say, but it's the truth. It's right there in their code. Every single time that you take a look at these things popping up and they look the exact same, they are, and every one of them cannot reduce their prices. Look at the code. It's there, right? Whatever price you see there, they're stuck with it. Now, here's what's important. The reason why I say they're going to become obsolete is because that contract will become obsolete because it will not be affordable to the masses, okay? So they will have to create a new contract. And what happens when they create a new contract? They can't move your organization over. That is not the way it works, right? It will be a free-for-all. Everybody will just have to rush in there, just like every other launch that you see. You will lose your downline. You will lose everything that you put into that smart contract because they could not reduce their prices. We are the only ones who can do that. We choose when that price is going to be reduced. So if Ethereum goes to $1,000, do you think that we're probably going to reduce the packages? Probably so, right? I mean, we have to make those decisions as we go, but we had the foresight and the understanding to know that Ethereum was going to go up in price. And we didn't want to create a contract that was just going to be around for, a month or two and then it become obsolete because it's not affordable to everybody, okay? Understand this is such a key component to what we do, and we are the only ones that have this ability. I don't care what anyone else tells you. It's the truth. Okay. So, which leads me to the haters are going to hate. It's kind of funny and not funny at the same time. How many people are experts in this industry at this point in time? I mean, everybody's a blockchain expert. Everybody's a smart contract expert. Everybody is a programmer. They know how to read the code. Let me just tell you something. Most don't. And that's just the truth. Even the programmers, for some extent, don't understand how the smart contracts work. You have to be very, very detailed and understand. I mean, I've had so many people come to me saying, hey, this is happening. We've got someone's going to release a video on this. We've got proof of this. Everything's going to the programmers. Everything's doing. I mean, give me a break, could you? I mean, it's crazy to me, because here's what happens. The haters come out because they're scared of what's happening. They see the contract that we've created, which I understand that. Or you've got people that are wanting to start their own contract that are going to, run their mouths and make up stuff. I'm being really blunt here, but I just want to be straight with y'all. Okay. I mean, it's just the way it is. There is zero substance in anything that anyone's put out. All you hear is this. You don't see anything that comes along with it. And the reason why is because our contract is good, right? I believe our contract's the best of the best, and that's the truth. So, the haters are going to hate. And what we know is the more haters we attract, the bigger we are getting. It is part of the deal. If you don't have the doubters, you're never going to, just don't expect to get to the other side if you can't take that heat. We want the heat. We love the heat. Thank you for bringing it, because the truth is there's no substance in anything that anyone's saying. The reality is right here. There's 79,000 people that have said yes. We paid out over $9.5 million US. Give me a break, as I say, right? This is a powerful thing. So let me ask you a question, and I want some participation here. I need to see some videos. I need to see some hands going up. How many of you are ready to truly see the roadmap to 1,000 Ethereum? Like, give me something. Give me some type of hand gesture. Give me something. I want to see every single person, because this is something that's serious, right? This is something that is the real deal. Oh my, if you could see my screen, it's popping up with hands. It's so cool. So look, here's the deal, okay? The truth is you are probably closer than you think, because you know what this really boils down to? It boils down to a system. And a system, and I didn't make this up, I wish I was this clever, a system can save you some time, some energy, and some money. If you can follow a system and stick with it, that's the deal. And I think that that's one of the biggest components that's been missing to Lionshare. I think that when people look at us, they love the aspect of it. They like the community that we're creating. They understand that, hey, this is a real deal. We've only been technically in business for 2.5 weeks. I know that's hard for people to remember, for all the earnings and everything that's going out, but if you look at what we've accomplished in this short amount of time, I mean, it's been a lot, and we have a lot more coming. In fact, just to kind of tell you guys, I think that we'll have 3 different languages up today on the website. So just be looking for those. One other thing that's coming is we have a leaderboard for the August contest that will be shown in the back office. How many would you like to see your ID on that leaderboard? Get to it, right? It's a cool thing. And, I had them design this leaderboard so we can track this, not just for this contest, but every single month. Wouldn't that be cool to show people, if you just showed up on the leaderboard one day, to take a quick snapshot and send that out on Facebook? That's what we're going to be doing. So people are going to be competing for this. It's going to be amazing. But I want you to save yourself some time, energy, and money. So I want to show you this system. And I'm going to preface this by telling you this, okay? I right now, even though I'm not a nutritionist and I'm not a dietitian, and I mean, as you can tell, I'm not a bodybuilder, I guarantee you that I could create a workout plan for you right now, and I could create a nutrition plan for you right now, because that's how many times I've dealt with nutrition people and diet. It's not because I'm an expert. My point is this: I could write it out for you. I could show you the exact blueprint. And what I know for a fact is that 90% of you, well, let me rephrase this, 100% of you would say, yeah, I'm in. 90% of you would not do a single thing. 10% of you would give it your best shot, okay? So what I know here today is that many of you watching this, you're going to want to do it, but you're going to stray away. Okay. And I'm trying to help you here, because you're going to stray away. You're going to see the other shiny objects out there. You're going to see new contracts coming up. You're going to want to chase them. Right. And let me tell you something, you're chasing your own tail. We had a call yesterday called Plant Your Flag. And the reason why we have that is because it can't get any better than what we have right this second. At least it's not in the market. I'm not saying it won't ever be, but right this second, we are the best of the best, and we want to give you the ability to get there, okay? So this system is a system that will work right? But you have to follow the system. If I'm on a diet and I'm still eating Doritos and drinking Dr. Peppers and can't figure out why my six pack isn't showing up, well, there's a couple obvious signs, right? It's what I'm not doing. It's not what I'm doing, it's what I'm not doing. So with that being said, let's get into this, okay? Step number one of the road to 1,000 is the psychology behind it, okay? People follow people. I hope you understand this, okay? People do what you do. If you're coming in here today and you start at 0.04, and let me tell you, if that's all you have, I'm not judging you. I understand, right? That's why we have that pricing, so it can be available for everybody. But anybody that you refer, for the most part, if you come in at 0.04, they're also going to come in at 0.04. You see, they do what you do. Have you ever heard the saying that your kids do what you do, not as you say? It is the same exact philosophy or psychology in this industry. Whatever you do, others will follow, okay? And that's important to understand, because you have to be the leader that people want to follow you. I know that some of you are brand new and you're like, oh, what's he talking about? I can't be a leader. I'm talking about a leader. I'm talking about not someone who goes out there and recruits 1,000 people. That doesn't necessarily make you a leader. A leader is someone who can show people the way. This is exactly how the system works. I'm doing it. Are you going to follow me or not? If you're going to follow me, I'm in. I'm going to help you all that I can. If you're not going to follow me, I've got too much other people to go after. That's the psychology. That's the mindset that you have to have going into this. Because let me tell you something, every single earner that's going to get to this 1,000 Ethereum, you can't do it on your own. I can promise you, there's not a single producer here that can do it on their own. You have to have a team with you, and they have to follow you in every move that you make, and you have to set the precedence early, okay? So I'm going to give you the exact things that you need to do, and some of you are going to do it and some of you won't, but those who do, you will get to that 1,000 Ethereum. I can tell you that, okay? Step number two, understanding the follow me matrix. You guys have heard me talk over and over. I mean, I pound the table on this all the time, is your people stay with you inside of Lionshare. I'm sure if you guys don't ever have to hear me say that again, you would be cool with that if you come to my overview calls, because I beat it to death. And I beat it to death because I don't think people fully understand it, okay? So my goal right here is to show you a little bit how this works. Now listen, I wanted to be able to draw on this, as I said. I can't draw, but I'm going to draw with my little cursor so you can see what's going on. It's really simple, actually. I mean, you know, I think some people may complicate this, but it's actually very, very simple. The bottom line is you're never going to give up anyone that you personally refer. So let me show you how this works, okay? Now, what you're looking at, everybody can, give me a number one that you can see my little red thing circling around. Okay, everybody can see that. Okay, cool. So we can do this anyway, all right? So if you remember, this looks pretty much exactly like what I showed you on what everybody else is doing, right? Besides, I have the little sponsor logo up here. This would be your sponsor. This would be you. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let me ask you a question. Does this look familiar to what I showed you that everybody else is doing? I mean, yeah, it does, right? It looks exactly the same, but it's so different. And let me tell you why. Because if you remember what I told you, what everybody else is doing, anyone that you refer down here on 3, 4, 5, or 6, they now follow 1 and 2 on every other smart contract out there. You lose your people 100%, okay? So I'm going to break this down for you really, really, really simple. And many of you have heard me say this. For some of you, this is going to be elementary. You already know this. But for most of you, I don't think you're totally getting it, okay? This is you right here. So this is you at the top of your L2 matrix. It doesn't matter which package we're talking about, all right? If you went out there and you personally referred all 6 of these people, okay, so that means they signed up on your personal link. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you personally referred those, even though you don't have to personally refer them. This is how it's going to work, okay? When number 1 goes out there and cycles, let's assume number 1 cycled first. Well, hold on. When you fill this matrix up, what happens? You cycle and it creates a brand new matrix, right? Completely empty. As you can see, there's no numbers in that or IDs in that, okay? Now, I'm not going to be able to type them in there, but here's the way it would work. When number 1 cycles, okay, number 1 already has 2, its first 2. So when it had its bottom 4 down here, it created a cycle for number 1. When that happens, number 1 is going to take the next available spot in your matrix right here. Give me a number 1 if that makes sense. Number 1 cycled in your group, and now number 1 is going to take the very first position. Okay, I see people are getting it, okay? Number two, you personally referred number 2 as well. So number 2 already has 2 spots in his matrix, right? Or her matrix. So when these other 4 spots come in, Number 2 is going to cycle right here. It's going to create a cycle. And guess what? Number 2 is going to take the next available spot in your matrix, which would be right there. Okay. Everybody follow me so far? It's pretty simple. 1 and 2 are following me for sure. So hopefully you got it as well. Number 3, same exact thing. When number 3 goes out there and they bring in their first 2 people and then the 4 people underneath them and they cycle. So when number 3 cycles, guess what? Number 3 is going to follow you to right here. You personally referred all these people. They're following you. Do you get what I'm saying? Number 4, you personally referred. Number 4 cycles. They're going to take the next available position in your matrix. Same thing with number 5 and same thing with number 6. Now, the reason why I broke it down so simple for you, because it is really simple. Anyone that you put into this company will always follow you into the next matrix, okay? The other key thing is, let's say that someone does pass you, okay? Let's say that you only have the money to come in at 0.04 today and someone passes you and they go to, I don't know, 1 Ethereum. Once you get to that point of 1 Ethereum, guess what? We've programmed this so that these people will actually come back and follow you again. You're not there yet, right? So they can't follow you. They will follow the next person in line. But once you get to that place, after their next cycle, they will follow you again. It's so important to understand the follow me side of this, okay? And the reason why is because this right here, this little thing right here, this little picture of these 6 people that you personally referred is about to change your life if you fully grasp what I'm about to say, okay? So here we go. Not only do you have to do your part, you have to get people to commit to the process as well. Now, you've heard me say this many times, a team is only as strong as its weakest link, okay? So I just as I said, if you are out there not doing the process yourself, how could you possibly expect anybody else to do it? If you're not making the calls, or if you're not doing the post on social media, or if you're not following the process of exactly how we've laid this out, how could you possibly expect anyone else to do that? They won't, okay? People are going to do what you do. If you come in at the 1 Ethereum, or if you, let's say you have $1,000 to come in, every single person that you come in, you can go after them and say, hey, I started with $1,000. That's what I think you should start with as well. You have that ability, and you would be shocked how many people will follow you in the direction you're going, because if they're going to say yes to you in the first place, that means that they've been attracted to you in some way, right? They believe in you in some way. They didn't just magically say yes to you. There's a reason why. So they were either attracted to your social media, you know them personally, whatever it is, people are going to do what you do. So it's really, really important to understand that, okay? So number 4, the numbers don't lie, okay? If you haven't paid attention till now, pay attention, because we're about to get to this, okay? Numbers do not lie. If you look, I've showed this slide many different times that show the profitability potential inside of Lionshare. And here's what we know. If you only cycle 1 time on every package in the L1 and in the L2, it will earn you 166.75 Ethereum. Give me a number 4 if you have seen my slide where I show you the L1 and the L2. I show you that if you start at the lowest package and you upgrade every single time to the 6th package, that it will get you to 166.75 Ethereum. Give me a number 4 if you understand this, okay? That means that you start at 0.04, you upgrade every package, and then when you get to the 16th package, you've cycled 1 time on every level in the L1 and L2. That would earn you 166.75 Ethereum, okay? So we know that if you just cycle once, you're almost at 170 Ethereum, right? So we're part of the way there, which is amazing. So here's the deal. If you're ready for the secret, I'm about to give it to you, okay? So pay close attention to these numbers. This is what it's all about. All right, step number 1 in the road to 6 Ethereum. You need to go out there and get 6 people, not 60, 6 people. You remember the graph I just showed you? I showed you the follow me system. I said, if you remember this picture, that picture is what you want to do in your own business. You need 6 people, 6 of them, that will join you at the same exact level that you're at. If you're in at 2 Ethereum, all the way to 2 Ethereum, you want to find 6 people that are going to join you all the way to the 2 Ethereum. Now, listen, I know that most of you out there will make some excuses. I don't know 6 people. Well, number 1, that's a lie. We know that, okay? This is affordable. There's no boundaries or limitations for your country. I mean, you can do it anywhere in the world. Everybody knows 6 people. So listen to me. If you're starting at the 0.04 level, that's all you have. That's okay, right? you still need to find 6 people that are going to join you at the 0.04 level. 6, okay? Really simple. If you don't get this step, the rest of them doesn't matter. So that's why I'm spending a little bit of extra time, even though it's a simple thing. So 6 people at the current level that you're at, okay? Everybody give me a number 1 if you understand that. You need to find 6 people to come in at the exact level that you're at. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, step number 2, okay? Step number 2, you need to help those 6 people do exactly what you just did. You need to help those 6 people find 6 people that join at the same exact level. So let me simplify it. I went out there. It might have taken me a month, but I don't care. It might have taken me 2 months. I don't care. My goal is to get to 1,000 Ethereum. I'm willing to put in the work to make it happen. So I may not be able to recruit 6 people in my first week. I may not have those skill set yet, but man, I'm going to do everything I can to get those 6 people. And every one of those people that I bring in, I'm going to make sure that they understand the process and that they are committed to the process. I'm going to say to every one of them, look, you're one of the 6 people that I've personally chosen to work with. I'm going to work directly with you step by step. And guess what? We're going to find 6 people that you're going to help as well. We're going to change some lives together, but I need you to commit, okay? Number 1, I need you to commit to coming into the same exact level that I'm in, okay? I'm in at 0.04, I'm in at 16 Ethereum. It doesn't matter. I'm in at this level right here. I need you to commit to that. Will you be one of my 6? Yes. Okay, well, listen to me. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to help you get your 6 as well. And they're going to all commit to this process. So you need to find 6 people that are going to come in at the same exact level, whatever it is. That is the process. Step number 1, I get my 6. Step number 2, I help my 6 get their 6, okay? Everybody remember that chart of the 6. Remember how powerful this follow me system is, right? Maybe you're starting to get this. This is just a numbers deal, okay? So once you get those 6 and those 6 people get those 6, okay? Now think about this for a second. I didn't tell you to go out there and personally refer 1,000 people because I know most people can't do that. But I know every single person in here, if they commit to it, can get 6 people. It may take you 6 months to do it, but you can do it, right? You're going to help those people get the 6. Now, the next step in the process is this. As you grow your business, you are going to want to upgrade until you get to the very first package or the top package. Now, let me tell you something, okay? Some of you are going to look at this and say, James, I need this money for my family. You're right. Some of you definitely need this money for your family, okay? Now, if you go to your family, though, and you say, look, we're going to use 50% of this for our family expenses. We need this, okay? So we need this extra money that we're going to use. This other half, I'm setting aside. And the next time I cycle, I am upgrading to the next package. That is the commitment I've made to my business because, look, family, I'm not worried about these hundreds of dollars that we're making. I want to make tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the only way I can do that is commit to building my business, okay? That is the conversation that you not only have to have with yourself, but you may need to have with your family that you're committed to this process, okay? So your goal is to upgrade your package as soon as you can, as often as you can, until you get to the 16th package. I know for some of you, that's gonna take some time. I didn't tell you the road to 1,000 Ethereum by tomorrow, right? This is gonna be a process, but at the same time, if you fully grasp this, 6 people that get 6 people that now are upgrading, think about this. It starts to really come together for you, okay? So step number 4, get those 6 people that you personally referred to upgrade as well. Remember, I went out to these people and I told them, look, you are one of my 6. I'm locking arms with you. You're my boy or you're my girl. We're gonna make this happen, right? There's only 6 of us. Now, I'm going to help you do the same. So you're going to follow me. When I upgrade, when you are ready to upgrade, you have to commit to that process to upgrade. And that's the only way I can help you get to 1,000 Ethereum. They're going to do it because they see you doing it. If you're not doing it, if you're the one that's eating the bag of Doritos and the Dr. Pepper, but going to the gym and asking everybody what their diet is, I've been there, that's why I can say that, then you're not going to be able to complete this process. It has to be in your head from day one that you're committing to not only the process of getting 6 people, helping them get 6, upgrade when you can, and then encouraging the others to do it. But your encouragement is going to be your actions. It's not going to be your words. Your words are words. The action in which you take of upgrading is going to show people exactly what step they need to take, okay? Remember, people do what you do, not what you say. So step number 5, finally, You're going to help those 6 people that you just helped personally get to the 16th package. They upgraded because you did. You're going to help them encourage their people to do the same thing. You see, this is a follow me system, okay? And this follow me system allows you not to have to be some massive recruiter to be able to earn income. I'm talking about 6 people, folks. This is not rocket science. This is math, right? And the math does not lie, okay? This is a true follow me system. If you want to earn 1,000 Ethereum, all you have to do by using our follow me system is find 6 people that you are totally committed to helping because they're committed to the process. Help them do the same exact thing. Find 6 people. You guys do that, okay? And you cycle through every package. You upgrade through every package and get those people to do it inside of Lionshare. You're going to earn 1,000 Ethereum. Now, here's what I hope. I hope that some of you are getting the concept of, hey, you know, even though I see people referring 100 people or I see people referring 1,000 people, I don't necessarily have to do that to be successful. Here is a system, which is exactly what it is. Here is a roadmap. Here is a game plan that tells me all I need is 6 and I need to help them get 6. And if I commit to this process, I understand it's not going to be overnight, right? You should understand that anything worth having is not going to be overnight. But if I told you over the next year, let's assume that Ethereum's at $400 right now. If I told you over the next year, you could earn $400,000, okay? If you only committed to getting 6 people during that year and helping those 6 people get 6 people and upgrade through the 16 packages, that's a totally different way of saying it, right? If you went to your family today and said, hey, I just understand now how I can earn 1,000 Ethereum inside of this business. And listen, wife or husband or family, you may not understand this, but that's $400,000. Doctors don't make that, right? That is massive income. And here's the truth. Every single one of you can do this, right? The system is in front of you. Now, here's what I want to say, okay? Most things that are easy to do are also easy not to do, okay? It's easy to eat an apple a day, but most of us I don't eat an apple a day. But just think, I mean, I heard Jim Rohn say this. Can you imagine if that statement, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Can you imagine if that statement's true and you just haven't been eating an apple a day all this time and that's all you needed to do? You see, the answers are usually right in front of our face. That's the truth. If you want to get healthy, the answer's in front of your face. If you want to get wealthy, the answer's in front of your face. What I showed you here today is a system that I know 100% will work. And not because I'm some genius. That's not it. All I did was math, right? All we did was the math behind it. I was actually, Alfredo, who came out here earlier, we were talking about this the other day. And he was talking about the power of the follow me system and what he's teaching his people. You take a look at a guy like that who's earning the type of Ethereum he is, he gets the concept of the follow me, right? It's not about him. It's about his team and what he's committed to doing. And I mean, there's a bunch of people I could point out. I just happen to see Alfredo right here at the top of my screen. So, but this is a true story. We were talking about this the other day. Here's what I know, okay? Just to recap and to summarize what we're talking about here. Number one, for those of you who came here today and you actually stayed off your Facebook and your Instagram and your Snapchat and your WhatsApp and every other distraction that you have in your life, if you came here today and truly paid attention to the first part of the presentation, you know for a fact that if anyone ever comes to you again and says, oh, that's just like so-and-so, you know it's not just like so-and-so, right? Things that look alike are not always alike, right? I mean, that's just the truth. There's a lot of, I don't even know, knockoffs, whatever you want to call it, of iPads and things like that they're just not the same once you get into the guts of it and you understand about it, right? So the truth is this. My goal was not to pick on any smart contract. My goal was to tell you the truth about what is going on, the truth in the industry, okay? We are the first and only follow me matrix, okay? We are the only ones that can lower our prices, okay? We are the only ones who don't block your earnings if you don't upgrade. These are all true statements. It's right out there in front of it. The haters are going to hate. They're going to come for us, right? I mean, how many times, it's just unbelievable. I wish I had an Ethereum for every single time I had someone come to me and say, hey, someone saw something on your contract. We're going to send you this. And either they don't send it, or when they send it, I'm like, no, this is not what that is. Here's what it is. Never once has there been substance out there. So what we know is going to happen is this. The world is coming, right? We're going to be at 1 million in 2020, 1 million people in 2020 that come into this. But also what's going to come with that is going to come some haters, right? It's going to come some people that are either trying to take us over. There'll be people trying to get our code. There'll be all different types of things. And that's fine. It doesn't matter, right? Because what you have in front of you right now, if you commit to this and you plant your flag here, you have a system that you know will get you to that 1,000 Ethereum. But let me ask you a question really quick, just for some participation, okay? If I told you today that, look, you're not going to make it to the 1,000. Even though I showed you the roadmap, you're not going to make it to the 1,000, but you're going to make it to 10%. Only 10% of this is going to work for you. Not the 100%, not the 6 that find 6 and upgrade all the way through. That's not going to work for you. If I told you this, like just straight away, hey, it's not going to work for you. But imagine if you only did 10% of it. So imagine you only made 100 Ethereum. What do you think that would do for your family? That's 40,000 US dollars at this point. What would that do for you, right? I mean, folks, you have to understand something, okay? Not everybody's going to make it, but the reality is it's the action steps that you take to get you to that 1,000 Ethereum that can help you break through the walls of whatever your financial struggles are right now. I believe that. I believe the system in place here, some of you that will start it and you may not finish it, the fact that you started and you took the action steps to get it going and you buy into the concept of the follow me and you understand how powerful this is, it's going to take you to a whole new level. That's what I believe. So with that being said,